Good morning. Welcome to the Future Parenting class. My name is Katie. I'll be your instructor today. Please feel free to ask me any questions throughout the lesson, and let's get started. So today we're going to start off with some questions for you. So why do you want to be a parent?
Well, we've been thinking about having kids for a while, and I think we're ready for the responsibility, and we built a bigger house we can accommodate them and have been saving lots of money.
All right. What is the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about parenting?
Losing sleep and all that money that we saved up, and it's going to go somewhere.
Is there something or some things that you already know about parenting?
That it's a lifelong commitment, and that you and your husband have to both be ready for it.
Okay. Are there some things that you want to know?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Alright, well, so today we're going to start with just kind of the whole conception to birth to bringing home the baby process. So we're going to start with conception, which is when the sperm fertilizes the egg, which then makes an embryo and a fetus. So typically, this process, the gestation period, takes about 9 months, which is 36 to 40 weeks, to develop a healthy and full-term baby. But to conceive, that could depend on the individuals and take weeks, months, years, and so on. Any questions you guys have about that?
Should I be scared?
I would say not to be scared. If you're ready and decided that you guys want to have a baby, then I would be excited. Being nervous is okay. Excited is normal. Scared is still normal. But there are many families that have experienced this, that have raised children, that have had children. So I would think that it'd be an exciting process you're about to go through.
How am I going to afford a child?
So there are options for that, such as where just the dad or just the mom, one parent, could go back to work full time after the baby is born, and you could have one income, and you could save on costs like daycare or babysitting like that. You could return both parents to work full time, but then you would have to have a babysitter and or daycare and pay a fee for that. Or, this is my favorite option, is to have one parent go back to work full-time and the other one work part-time, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get one full income with a little supplemented income, and you only have to pay a smaller fee for daycare and a babysitter.
Are there any essential supplies that I'm going to need?
Some of the essential supplies, just the basics, would be maybe a crib, changing table, outlet covers, diapers, formula, nooks, bottles, wipes, baby bag, blanket, clothes, or bibs, and a swinger chair or a bouncy chair, a stroller, a car seat, and a baby monitor. Any other questions? No? Okay, well, next we're going to move on to a topic about the birth process. Are there any questions right away you have about that?
How do you know when you're in labor?
Well, typically there are some telltale signs that happen. Usually one of the first things to happen is some contractions, which is just kind of some really intense cramping that the future mom will feel. Also then the water, or her water will break, which is her amniotic sac rupturing. I've heard that that's like a lot of pressure, and it can be a little messy. Any other questions about that? No? Okay, so typically what happens is that the water breaks and the cervix begins to dilate, and it starts from 1 centimeter and goes all the way to 10 centimeters. At 10 centimeters, then the baby is ready to be delivered. And then there are two types of deliveries. It could be a vaginal birth or a C-section. A vaginal one is kind of self-explanatory. The mom will push the baby out. For a C-section, the baby is delivered by the doctor through an incision in the abdominal wall and the uterine wall. Are there any questions or what you have about either procedures? No? I do want to throw in there that there are pain medicines available for both types of birth. Especially for a C-section, an epidural will be used. It's like a nerve block, so it allows from the point it is inserted in the spine from there down to go numb. So then during the birth process you won't feel pain, but you will feel more or less some pressure. And then we'll go into post-pregnancy. So there are things that can happen after the baby's delivered. One of these very common things is postpartum depression. It happens in 1 in 8 women after they have a child. This can range from general sadness and occasional crying to the inability to function. This can happen for weeks up to months. In some cases that are really severe, some medication may be needed, and in others, it just takes some time for the hormones to regulate again, and then everything will be back to normal. Are there any questions about postpartum depression that you have? No? Okay. And then after you take the baby home, you have to child-proof the house, so some things such as covering the outlets, having baby gates before rooms with dangerous things, before the stairs, having locks in the cupboards and on the toilets, covering sharp corners, and then putting potentially fragile and potentially harmful materials out of reach. And then as the baby develops into a toddler and so on, then the child-proofing will have to adapt. Can you think of anything that you would change from baby-proofing the house to toddler-proofing the house?
We'd have to get them a bigger crib so they can't crawl out. And you'd have to put things even more out of reach to make sure things are kept off the floor.
Javon, do you have any ideas?
No, just go off what you said.
And then there are some other options for parents who cannot conceive or choose not to conceive. One of the first is adoption. You would go through an agency. You would contact them, gather information, send them your information, and you would find a child that fits your family. This is a very common process. A very common process that many families go through. This is something again I want to remind you that you're not alone. There are many people out there who do this, and then there are other options as well, such as surrogacy, where someone else actually carries and delivers your baby. So then they will have a fertilized egg implanted into their uterus, and then they will carry that and deliver that. And then also there is in vitro fertilization, where fertilized eggs are placed in the woman's uterus. So typically it's where the mom has either her egg and the dad's sperm, or a sperm donor or egg donor have that fertilized egg implanted into the uterus, and then the baby is carried to her liver. And then also there's the instance that maybe you don't want to keep your baby. So again, in this, adoption is an option. You would then go through an agency again, and then once the child is delivered, give it up for adoption or right away to another family. And this is very normal. It's not bad. It's something that happens all the time, and it's good for the child to go into a loving home rather than a home that's not ready. You're not prepared for it. And then another one that's kind of touchy is the topic of abortion. That's also a possibility if you don't want to keep your baby. So that's when the pregnancy is terminated. And this you would want to refer to your own religious views. Some laws that are out there to protect against abortion past certain points in the development of the pregnancy, but it is another option. It is very common as well. But this would require quite a bit of discussion with your family and within yourself as a couple. But then I would like to end class with a positive note. So let's talk about what we learned today.
I learned that parenting is rewarding, but it can be a very difficult time. Things can go wrong, and maybe like both parents and all can do it, but you have to for the sake of the little one.
Okay. Do you have anything that you learned today?
I'm gonna just kind of piggyback on her on top of that. Basically, the fact that life is going to change a lot more when you have a little one in your family, from what you can do as a couple to what you can't do now as a couple, to how you have to live within your means to afford things, and then obviously the supplementing the income and etc.
Okay. Can you think of any reasons why you would want to have children?
Well, I mean, we do want a family, and we want, our parents to be grandparents, and then, brother and sisters to be aunts and uncles. Just having kids is a rewarding time. Just being able to watch them grow.
Okay. How about some reasons for me not to have children?
Financial strain, freedom of being able to do things is not going to be there for probably 14, 13 years after having a job. Because then you always have to find a babysitter. If you can't find a babysitter, you're not able to go somewhere. Just a lot more tied down.
Okay. Is there any insight or anything that you learned about today in class?
Just that it needs to be something that you think about before you have children. Think about your options before you jump on one. And just contact anybody if you need help with any questions.
Okay. Is there something that you enjoyed learning about today?
I guess I just enjoyed learning that if things go wrong, there's always options to get out, or there's always ways that you can have children if you're not able to. And just that there's people out there that are willing to help with that.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming to class today. I really enjoyed having you, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.